I think if we were to sort of look back in 10 or 15 years to evaluate whether Nexus has been successful in sort of meeting its mandate and realizing the grand vision, what we would want to see is that we haven't just paid lip service to doing things differently, that we've actually done things differently, and that we are truly meaningfully engaged outside of the academy with partners in all other spaces, whether those be other communities, whether they be other sectors like government or industry or public health, and that we can measure in some way and show the rest of the world the benefits that has brought forward that wouldn't have happened were we not operating in this really unique way. And I think in reflecting on this personally, one of my mentors would always say nothing worth doing is easy. And I think for this to be important, it has to be hard, right? Like working across sectors and with different communities, and for the academy to be more outward facing, it's hard. There are a lot of barriers, structural barriers, practical barriers to making that happen. But I think we have to embrace that it's hard and know that because it's hard, it's important. So I guess that would kind of be my hope for where we would be in 10 or 15 years, to have just a really integrated ecosystem where we are working seamlessly together with those outside of the academy. And Chandrima made a really important point earlier, which is that in the wake of COVID especially, I think there's been a lot of questioning of the value of academic institutions and a lot of distrust in experts overall. And I think if we're more community facing, it will create more trust, because those people who are distrustful, they don't see themselves as part of the academic community. So we need to make the academy, instead of this shiny elitist ivory tower, something that is a resource and is of a benefit to people who are not just our students or our staff or our faculty.
Can I add maybe two things to that? I think one, you talked about Nexus and reaching out to outside community. I think something that Nexus perhaps will also take in the stride is reaching out to communities within campus, right?
Yeah.
We work in a lot of silos, and there's lots of amazing research happening in the humanities, in the social sciences, and there has to be a greater proactive effort to leverage those knowledges that exist amongst our researchers. Is something that I would really hope that
Absolutely.
Nexus would take upon, not just community but within campus. How do we create an ecosystem where we complement each other's expertise?
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be publishing a paper. It can be
Right.
sharing knowledge and brainstorming ideas, and something comes out of it. It might be leaning on to community partners, right? Some of our researchers are very integrated into indigenous communities or Black communities.
Yes.
So how do we use them as resources to further the work that we want to do?
Absolutely. I think that's a great point.